Hello friends, welcome to CSS tutorial. In this video, we will look into before and after Pseudo and how we can use that to mark specific overlay towards the tag start and tag end. So before means before a specific tag and after means after some specific tag. You can put some overlay. Previously, we saw one overlay called outline, and in this video, we will look at before and after pseudos. One can use before and after pseudo elements along with the selector. We know that a selector will select a specific HTML element, right? So whatever element is selected, to the selected element, you can apply the pseudo classes before and after. Say for example, if you are selecting ordered list element with some specific attribute, and you can use pseudo before and pseudo after to mark a specific portion of the OL. Let's state that the OL starts here, and before the OL, let's state that it displays some list item and OL ends here. So this one will denote before pseudo and this one will denote the after pseudo. So here is the UL and the list of items and the usage of before and after pseudos. So here we talked about one example, and for example, let us say a selector is for a heading tag. Here we talked OL, right? Let's state a heading tag, and when we use the after pseudo element like h1, and this is the scope or double colon after, right? Before if you want to use h1 colon before, so that way you can put a specific marker before and after the tag. So here after pseudo element h1 after, right? The rule is applied at the heading tags end, because here we are using h1 colon after as the rule. So in CSS we can specify the rule like h1, then you will specify the style rule and the style values, and if you put after, whatever you define here, that will be placed before the h1 tag, right? So usually this after will be used with the content. Before and after pseudo takes content property, and the browser renders this content before and after the element. So that means here you will put something called content, then you can place whatever you want, and that will get displayed before the h1 tag. And if you place h1//af before, the content will be displayed before the h1 tag, and if you put after, the content will be displayed after the h1 tag. So here we are talking about the content, right? These contents are not part of the HTML document, and it is displayed by the browser when it is rendering the HTML element. Just like the outline overlay, this content also displayed as a overlay, and whatever you specify as part of the content here, that will not be the or that will not participate in the HTML document. So the content also here acts as an overlay, just like outline. Now let's go to the demo. So here we created a HTML document called before after pseudo, and that is refreshed here on the browser page. Here, if you see, our HTML document contains, okay, we don't have body at all, so it's good to have body. Alright, now if you see, we have a h1 tag, two h1 tag actually, then two paragraph. And we marked this paragraph with a class attribute para and h1 with a class attribute cl. So now we will define these styles. So here p dot para, and in the style, if you see p, let's look at the selector here. P stands for the HTML tag paragraph. There are two paragraphs that we have here. Class attribute should be para. That means all the paragraph with the class attribute para will get selected. Colon before. That means the rule, whatever we specify inside, that will be rendered before the paragraph element. So there's a pseudo. Here we are using the before pseudo. We can also use after pseudo as well. Now let's save the content first. And if you see, in the paragraph, the start is added before the content. View page source, and if you see, we have the paragraph, and whatever content we added, that is not part of the HTML body, right? But here it is appearing. So it is appearing like a overlay, right? Now we will put the after pseudo as well. And after pseudo is appearing towards the end of the paragraph. Since we have two paragraphs, you can see how the pseudo content is applied before and after the paragraph. Before the paragraph, the content is start. I mean, the pseudo class content is start. And after the paragraph, the pseudo class content is end. We also applied blue color attribute to the pseudo markers. Now let's do the pseudo marker for our heading as well. So here if you see, for h1.cl before, h1.cl after, to pseudo we specified, and this special character we taken it from character map. So here there are a variety of special character, right? So we just copied, select, copy, then you can paste here. That we created clever cards you play, right? So there will be clever. So that's the symbol here. We kept it as a content. So before and after the heading, this symbol will appear in red color. Now let's save, and you can see how our heading will get affected. So if you see, before and after pseudo is applied for our heading as well. And The same is applied for the paragraph. You can add the content to any element. Here we just took heading as well as paragraph as an example, and just now you saw how to use the after and before pseudo classes. That's all here in this video. Thank you for watching. Bye.